To preserve this special day, people are placing their favorite memorabilia in this time capsule, which will be reopened on the Art Center's 25th birthday.
When we said imagine, we had no idea. We said flexible and functional and a beacon for the arts. Now, isn't this just perfect?
It's the year 2022. They and their families will come back again.
From a modest beginning, it is hoped that the gallery will develop steadily, and promoters of the movement do not consider it an extravagant dream that the day will come when among the public buildings to which Sioux Citians proudly will call the attention of visitors will be the Art Institute or some similarly named structure. May 1914, Sioux City Journal. An article on the founding of the Sioux City Society of Fine Arts. Born in a small corner of the Sioux City Public Library nearly 110 years ago, the Society had a plan for the creation of its own space. The Sioux City Arts Center was formally created in 1937 as part of the Works Progress Administration. From there, it had a few different homes. Then, in 1985, Margaret Ann Everest established a building endowment fund, working with the Arts Center Association of Sioux City to raise money specifically for the building of a new Sioux City Arts Center.
Having worked for a couple of years there, I think she really started getting the sense that it would be so great to have a better environment, a better space, and that really got her thinking about a new building.
The most amazing thing is that Art Center, when I became involved in it, it was in the 90s, and it was at 5th and Nebraska Street, and it's just this little storefront. Working in concert with the City of Sioux City and Woodbury County, and large donors, small donors, corporate donors, dollar donors. I mean, these are people that made this happen.
When the campaign began for building the Art Center, my mom was one of the key people with the committee of all the other great people that you're talking to.
Especially Margaret Ann, initially just on the conceptual level, had worked with a number of different architectural firms. As Hubert was the key there, he was really responsible for allowing Margaret Ann to be a key driving force for the new Art Center building. One of the stories goes, coming from his home, arriving to the site, he would just walk around and look at things. And this was sort of at a point where they were still installing piping in the ground. And at one point he just pointed to one, and I think Klinger was there. He said, "That's the wrong size. It needs to be larger."
The other emphasis she had was that it should be an art center. It shouldn't be a museum and a repository for art. It should be an art center that's lively and full of education and events and exhibitions and all of those things, rather than becoming something like intimidating and standoffish. She wanted a true, lively art center. It was a very exciting time. You just didn't know. It was a time of just complete possibility. The building was built, only moved 2 blocks, and yet it shifted from this small little presence to this very large, demanding, iconic, beautiful building. Really showed to the people of Sioux City, we can do this. We have a dream, and we can make it happen.
The $9.2 million construction would be 3 times larger than its former home, contain 10,000 square feet of exhibition space, a 131-seat lecture hall, gift gallery, educational galleries and classrooms, and an environmentally controlled vault for the housing and preservation of the Art Center's permanent collection. The new building was dedicated March 1st, 1997.
Walking into that building, even not just for that beautiful occasion, but just in general, it's one of those pinch me moments where you'd say, like, am I really in Sioux City, right?
And it just became part of civic pride, I think, for everybody in Sioux City. It was really amazing moment in our city's history. It inspired other civic projects, from the Orpheum to so many other things that has happened in Sioux City since. And then additionally, now we have the Gilchrist Center.
And from that dedication came phenomenal growth. In its first year, 80,000 visitors came to the new museum, triple the number of any previous year. The new Sioux City Arts Center had space for larger, exciting exhibitions that fueled even more growth.
That it really is a hub, and not just for the arts. They sponsor and can continue to sponsor a range of activities and events that covers a really wide range of topics. The space in the new Art Center has allowed for a wide range of exhibits related to popular culture as well as to the fine arts.
I started my career as an elementary school teacher, and so, you know, just anything that you can touch people's lives from, 2 years old to 95 is pretty amazing.
It's been an exciting 25 years. And while we look back to celebrate how far we have come, we also have an eye on the future, planning to bring Siouxland even more amazing exhibitions and continuing our mission to be the focal point of the arts in our community, to enrich our region's quality of life by bringing the excitement of the visual arts to our community through education, exhibitions, and permanent collection.
It really is a living entity.
It's part of, to me, what makes a small community have more class and more culture.
The future of the Art Center always continues to rest on the shoulders of those that are participating now. And these have been very strong shoulders, and it's evidenced with how successful the Sioux City Art Center is today. And I know that will continue in the future for the next 25 years.
So the Art Center is not this static establishment. It is a growing, changing entity which really should continue to meet the needs of the community, listen to new members, and really help them become more involved.
Not just the building, but the heart of it with all the wonderful people. And they need to pass that on. And in order to do that, you gotta support it.
Your Sioux City Arts Center has a proud history and an exciting future. We are indebted to those who made the building we see today a reality. And just like those visionaries who knew what the Arts Center could become, we look for the next generation of Siouxlanders to stand beside us into the next 25 years and beyond. Help us frame the future. This is your Arts Center.